Hello there. I'm Sophia. My house is right opposite yours. You just moved into the neighborhood, right? I heard last weekend you held a small party and invited everyone in the neighborhood to say hello and to get to know each other, right? Uh, it's a pity because my husband and I were traveling that day. So today, I just texted to say hello to you. Oh, hello, Sophia. It's nice to talk to you. At the party the other day, I heard people in the neighborhood talk a lot about you. Oh, I know. I'm always the center of every party. But don't feel inferior and admire me too much because I know for sure that you will never have a happy life like mine. Okay. Oh, don't get me wrong. It's not that I criticize you, but it's just that I'm too perfect. I am a beautiful woman, have a rich husband who always loves and pampers me, and everyone admires me. By the way, I want to ask you a question. Are you and your husband happy? Are there any conflicts? No, we are very happy and just welcomed our first child not too long ago. Is everything okay? Why are you suddenly asking me about that? Well, I don't want to say it, but I think you need to know this truth before it gets too far. I guess your husband is planning to flirt with me. What? What do you mean? We just moved here and my husband has never seen you before. Actually, that's it. Just now, your husband knocked on my door and brought me a fruit basket and an apple pie. He also had a great time talking to me. Well, I don't quite get it. So, how does that mean that my husband is flirting with you? You really are that naive. I've asked the other neighbors and they all said they didn't receive gifts from your family. It means that your husband purposely brought gifts to my house to make excuses to talk to me. Oh, I see. Looks like you're misunderstanding here. All the other neighbors already received presents when they attended my party, but today I had to go out, so I asked my husband to bring the gift to your house to say hello. But it's not what you think. Oh, I know it. You're so embarrassed and afraid that I'll think you're pitiful to be betrayed by your husband. That's why you came up with such a story to pretend like nothing happened, right? Didn't you say you and your husband just had a baby? So that means you've become ugly, overweight, and have not recovered the same shape as before you gave birth, right? I guess that's why your husband gets bored around you and has to find joy in other, more beautiful women. Anyway, your husband is very polite, funny, and charming. Don't you think it's incredibly rude and disrespectful to pass judgment and belittle someone you've just talked to for about 10 minutes? And to top it all off, you called me ugly and messy just because I recently had a baby? Oh, calm down. Geez, no need to be so worked up. I'm just trying to bring to your attention your husband's wandering eyes. As fellow women, I thought I was being kind enough to give you a heads up, but you're overreacting like this? Well, thanks for your concern, but I believe it's best if you focus on your family and mind your own business. Contrary to your assumptions, my family is genuinely happy, and I have complete trust in my husband's loyalty. So, is there anything else you want to say? I'm quite busy as I need to go grocery shopping and prepare a romantic dinner for my husband tonight. Oh, your husband made you cook dinner by yourself? It's a pity that you're not as spoiled as I am. In my household, I never have to lift a finger for housework because my husband understands that I shouldn't have to work hard. He even hired a maid to take care of all the household chores for me. My daily job is to simply enjoy and beautify myself. Well, if that's true, good for you. Today happens to be our wedding anniversary, so I wanted to do something special for my husband. But normally, it's my husband who does the cooking. You don't need to spin so many fantasies based on just one sentence that I said. I see. You're just envious of my fabulous life, aren't you? Oh, a wedding anniversary. How interesting. So, tell me, what did your husband get you? Last year, for our anniversary, my husband gifted me with a stunning diamond necklace, claiming it was one of a kind. Oh, I'm so excited to see what he gives me this year. I'm guessing it'll be a luxurious car. That sounds impressive. I'm not sure what he'll give me this time, but I don't need extravagant gifts. Just sharing a happy dinner together is more than enough for me. That's exactly what someone who's poor and unloved by their husband would say. All right, maybe we should talk later, Sophia. Hey Amber, I'm absolutely certain that your husband has his eyes on me and wants to flirt with me. Today, he made it abundantly clear, even more so than before. What on earth are you talking about? My husband just returned from the supermarket. What do you mean by flirting? Oh, yeah, we coincidentally ran into each other at the supermarket. Oh, sweetheart, you need to brace yourself and listen carefully. This might shatter your world. Sophia, please, why don't you just tell me directly what's going on instead of beating around the bush? Oh, I'm just concerned that you'll feel miserable once you discover the truth about your husband. But today, we crossed paths at the supermarket and he held my hand and made some rather suggestive comments. What? My husband held your hand? How is that even possible? We happened to be at the fruit section, and as I was selecting apples, out of nowhere, a hand reached out and grabbed mine. When I looked up, it was your husband. And let me tell you, his remarks about me being delicious were far from innocent. What in the world? So, what did you do? What more could I do? Of course, I swiftly pushed his hand away and walked away from him. I have a happy life, and my husband loves me so much. Why would I be bothered with your husband? However, I'm sharing this story with you to warn you and make you reconsider your relationship. I am certain he will use his charming looks to seduce other women, so consider yourself lucky that I turned him down. But it's unlikely that other women will have the same self-respect and morals to do the same. Well, I just spoke with my husband about what happened at the supermarket, and it seems you've completely misunderstood the situation. Misunderstood? How do you explain the fact that everyone at the supermarket witnessed him holding my hand? My husband clarified that he was actually picking an apple for me because it's my favorite fruit. And it so happened that both of you chose the same apple, causing your hands to touch for about a second. When he said delicious, he was referring to the apple, not you. So it seems you've misinterpreted the entire situation. Ha! He's so pathetic coming up with excuses like that. How is he going to explain that he paid for my groceries then? Oh yeah, he just told me about that. But what's the purpose of him paying for your groceries? He was just being helpful, nothing more. You're unbelievably naive. Don't you understand? Haven't you heard the saying, men only spend money on women they have feelings for? The fact that he paid for my groceries signifies that he's trying to impress me. I'm certain he wants something more than just neighborly kindness. Maybe he expects me to invite him out for coffee to thank him. Oh, really? Come on, Sophia. Deep down, you know the real reason why my husband paid for you, don't you? Well, I wasn't going to mention it, but it seems like you're conveniently blind to the truth. Of course I know the real reason, right? He's trying to flirt with me, isn't he? Well, actually, my husband paid for your groceries because he witnessed you causing a massive scene at the store. You were shouting and berating the staff because they couldn't accept your expired coupons. You were holding up the line, disrupting the peace, and making a fool of yourself. In an effort to resolve the situation and let other customers proceed with their purchases, my husband decided to pay for your items. It had nothing to do with his interest in you. Oh, so you're saying I'm the annoying one? Is it my fault that it caused a fuss? The coupons had only expired by a day, and the cashier should have shown flexibility and handled the situation more tactfully, don't you think? But let me ask you something. Isn't it strange that out of all the customers in the store, nobody else was willing to help me except your husband? There must be something going on between us. Why won't you believe me and just trust him instead? Do you honestly find it unreasonable for me to question that? Between a husband who has been by my side for 3 years and whom I will spend the rest of my life with, and a neighbor whom I've only known for 3 days, who do you think I would trust more? Of course, it's my husband. And I believe you should stop assuming that everyone wants to get close to you and talk about you. How dare you speak to me like that? After all the kindness I've shown by bringing this to your attention, you have the audacity to be so disrespectful? You know that men have a tendency to cheat. They excel at lying. Shouldn't you believe me then? So, if I were to tell you that your husband is having an affair, would you believe it? Absolutely not. My husband is different from other men. He loves and adores me deeply. Besides, I'm beautiful, talented, and charming. Every man desires to be with me. How could my husband leave me for someone beneath me? But it seems that's not the case with your family. How amusing. All right, Sophia, I've had enough of your nonsense. Stop making up lies about my husband and trying to create problems in my family. Stay away from us and keep your negativity to yourself. Oh, look who's getting all defensive. I'm just trying to look out for you. But if you want to live in denial and protect your cheating husband, be my guest. Don't come running to me when everything falls apart. I'll be here, watching it unfold. Save your fake concern and drama for someone who actually believes you're garbage. My husband is faithful, loving, and dedicated to our family. I trust him completely and won't let your toxic rumors ruin our happiness. So do us all a favor and mind your own business. Goodbye, Sophia. I can't believe you're spreading such a despicable rumor about my husband, Sophia. And now the entire town is buzzing with it. I demand to know exactly what you've been saying. Wait, hold on a second. Weren't you the one who said you didn't want to talk to me anymore? I'm confused as to why you're suddenly texting me. Well, I may not want to talk to you, but I still need to address this issue. Why are you going around poisoning everyone's minds with your lies that my husband is flirting with you? I've told you countless times that it's all in your twisted imagination. Oh, that? I honestly didn't mean for it to spread like wildfire. I wanted to reach out to you first, but since you made it clear you didn't want to talk, I ended up discussing it with someone else. It was just an accidental rumor, really. But I made it clear to you that it was all a misunderstanding. Why are you so stubborn and refusing to accept the truth? I assure you once more that my husband has no feelings for you at all. So do something to stop this rumor and explain the truth to everyone. This is ridiculous, and I demand for a sincere apology from you. Oh, but those are just your thoughts, Amber. Your husband's actions seem to contradict what you're asserting. What are you talking about? What actions? Well, if you actually want to listen, let me tell you the details. A few days ago, your husband knocked on my door in the evening, and that happened to be the same day my husband wasn't home. When I opened the door, your husband immediately hugged me. There's no denying it, right? Oh my god, I can't believe this. That's right, I understand how you feel. I tried to warn you before, but you didn't listen to me. I can't believe this is happening to me. How could you do this to me and my family? Hey, the one who cheated on you is your husband, not me. Why are you putting all the blame on me? I can't help being beautiful and alluring, can I? Stop fantasizing and making up stories. You're distorting the truth. Do you really think I didn't know anything about my husband going to your house? You're nothing but a blatant liar. Huh? What on earth are you saying? What are you making up? Making up? I should be the one asking you that question. If what you're claiming is true, then we must be living in completely different worlds. You need to stop spreading lies about my husband. I know exactly what happened when he came to your house. What? You know? What does that mean? Remember that day when the light in your living room burned out and your husband was away on a business trip? He couldn't come home right away, and the maid had a day off too, so he texted my husband asking for help to fix it. Since I was busy taking care of my child, I couldn't go with him, so he went to your house alone. I reluctantly agreed, even though I didn't want my husband to go because I knew it could easily be misconstrued. But it was a simple favor between neighbors. Little did I expect it to turn into such a mess. It's frustrating how no good deed goes unpunished. Wait, are you saying that my husband asked your husband for help? But even if that's true, he still hugged me. That's because he accidentally fell down the stairs while trying to change the light bulb. And you were standing right below, so he ended up falling on you. He even has a scratch on his knee from that accident. My husband has explained everything to me since that very night. You still don't get it, Amber. My intuition doesn't lie. Your husband has feelings for me, whether you want to believe it or not. I won't apologize for speaking the truth. How dare you continue with your delusions, Sophia? I can't believe your arrogance and refusal to accept the reality. This whole situation has shown your true colors, and it turns out that everything the neighbors warned me about you was true. I should have listened to them and stayed away from you. Oh, really? And what did those nosy neighbors have to say about me? I'm sure they were just jealous and envious of me. They've always admired and looked up to me. You want to know what they said, Sophia? They said you're a self-centered attention seeker, always desperate to be the center of every gathering. They said you thrive on drama and love stirring up trouble. They warned me about your manipulative nature, but I brushed it off because I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt. Huh. Jealousy and admiration. That's all it is, Amber. They can't handle my beauty, my success, and the way I carry myself. They're just trying to bring me down. You just don't get it, do you, Sophia? Your arrogance and refusal to take responsibility for your actions will lead you to your own downfall. If you continue down this path one day, you'll find yourself with no friends, no support, and no one willing to tolerate your toxic behavior. Oh, please. I don't need anyone's friendship if they can't appreciate me for who I am. I'm perfectly fine on my own. Suit yourself, Sophia. But remember, pride comes before a fall. I hope one day you realize the importance of genuine connections and learn to treat others with respect and kindness. Until then, stay away from me and my family. Hey, Sophia, why don't you come to the neighborhood mom's party today? Amber, what's going on? Why do you suddenly care about me? Didn't you say that no one likes me in this neighborhood? Well, I just want to ask you a question. We're neighbors, after all. So, how's life treating you these days? Is your family still happy? Seriously? What kind of question is that? Everything is just fine, alright? My husband loves me, takes care of me, and we're living the dream. There's no need for such ridiculous questions. Whoa, take it down a notch. I'm just asking the same polite questions you threw at me when I moved here. No need to get all defensive. Cut to the chase. What's the real reason you're bothering me? Well, there's something I need to tell you, but I suggest you prepare yourself and keep a cool head. What's so serious? Spit it out. You see, today's neighborhood mom's party was held at a restaurant in the next town, and when we got there, I saw your husband. He was being affectionate with a young girl in the cafe. They even called each other sweetheart, and he kissed her. On the lips. What? Are you out of your mind? Are you implying that my husband is having an affair? No way. He told me he was on a business trip today. He's always been faithful. You must have mistaken him from someone else. At first, I thought it could have been a mix-up since, I'm still new here and not too familiar with your husband's face. but the other moms at the party confirmed it was indeed your husband. What? You've been spreading rumors without even verifying the facts? How dare you insult me like this? Have I done something to deserve being smeared by you to everyone in the neighborhood? How am I supposed to face people now? Sophia, please calm down. I'm not going around spreading this to others. The other moms witnessed it because we were together. Stop making me the villain while playing the victim. I didn't even want to bring this up, but since everyone else refuses to talk to you, You've got to be kidding me, Amber. You're just making up some twisted revenge story because I dared to speak the truth about your husband. You're just a petty, jealous person trying to ruin my happiness and my family. Oh, please, Sophia. You think I would stoop so low just to get back at you? It seems you finally understand how it feels when someone spreads rumors about your loved ones. But let me remind you that this isn't some petty revenge scheme. The fact that your husband is involved with another woman is real, and multiple people have witnessed it. If you want to know the truth, why not ask your maid? She knows all about it. What? What does my maid have to do with any of this? She took the day off today to take care of someone who was sick. Wait, are you suggesting that my husband is having an affair with my maid? How could something like that happen? I don't have the details, but I happened to meet your maid at your house, and another neighbor recognized her as the girl in the cafe. And you know what? She was wearing a necklace that looks exactly like the one you proudly claim was a unique gift from your husband. This can't be true. I'm certain my husband wouldn't lie to me like that. You're just making this up. Seen by multiple people? Who are these mysterious witnesses, huh? They're just a bunch of jealous nobodies who can't stand seeing me happy. I'm not buying any of it. You think I'm making this up, Sophia? Well, I have proof. I even took a picture of your husband with his mistress. What? You're seriously claiming you have photographic evidence? Huh, show me then. I want to see this so-called picture. Fine, here it is. I've already sent it to your email. This can't be happening. That's my husband. And I don't even know what to say. Wait a minute. Now that I think about it, there were times when both my husband and the maid mysteriously disappeared from the house. I never paid much attention to it before, but now it all makes sense. They were together, weren't they? How blind could I have been not to see the signs? Oh God, give me the location of those betrayers and I will make them pay for cheating on me. Sophia, I don't think that's a good idea. Don't you think they might do something to you? Overall, you have nobody to come with you. I don't care about my safety anymore. They deserve to feel the pain they've caused me. I want to confront them and make them pay for what they've done. I can't just let them get away with it. They need to face the consequences of their actions. Please, Amber, I need to know where they are so I can give them a taste of their own medicine. All right, I'll give you the address, but promise me that you'll be careful and consider the potential consequences of your actions. I'm still filled with anger towards Sophia for all the chaos and hurt she caused. But deep down, I couldn't help but worry about her, so I decided to secretly follow her to the confrontation. Turns out, Sophia had some serious fight in her. She stormed in there, grabbed her husband's mistress by the hair, and started wailing at her while giving her husband a piece of her mind at the same time. I mean, I've never seen someone unleash their rage like that. If it weren't for me stepping in and breaking it up, I swear there would have been some bald heads and broken noses. Sophia was a force to be reckoned with, man. She wasn't gonna take their crap lying down. After that crazy showdown, Sophia's husband tried to justify his affair by claiming that Sophia's arrogance and constant need for attention suffocated him. But his excuses fell on deaf ears as Sophia had already made up her mind. Sophia decided to divorce that scumbag of a husband, and you know what? She got the house too. As time went on, Sophia had a major change of heart. She started reflecting on her own actions and realized that she had some part to play in the mess of her marriage. She reached out to me, apologized for all the crap she said about my hubby, and genuinely wanted to make things right. Surprisingly, our paths started to converge and we developed an unexpected bond. Our shared experiences and newfound understanding brought us closer, and we gradually became best friends. It was pretty wild, dude. From enemies to besties, that's how our friendship bloomed.